here and listening to me. I'm actually not going to be selling anything today. I was asked to give a talk about what my experiences were in launching my new company and some of the issues that I see in the real estate industry. I think the best way to actually do this, we have a lot of intelligent people here, people who are actually interested in this topic as well as technology in real estate, is just to have a discussion with everyone. What I'm going to do is throw up a bunch of different phrases and some topics and some basic thoughts that I have on the industry as well as innovation and execution of ideas. And let's just discuss it and try to get some great ideas out. So we're going to start off by talking about innovation. And what I want to know is, what do you guys think innovation actually is? Does anyone here have a definition for innovation?
Well, it's definitely a new idea.
Excellent. And how would you differ that from, say, an invention, like innovation versus invention? Any?
Innovation is a constant stream of change, whereas invention is one time.
That's actually I didn't even think about that. That's a great description. What the typical Webster definition would be, or now Wikipedia's definition would be, is that innovation actually is inventions made for profit, right? Whereas an invention is simply an invention that you create something new. Very similar, except one is made for profit, the other one is made to actually just create something new. It's an example that's often given is like when you compare Edison to Tesla. Edison created a lot of great things, so to Tesla, but Tesla didn't ever make any money. Edison made tons of money off of his inventions, right? So I want to we're going to talk a little bit about creating new ideas, and what I want to ask you is, what do you think makes a good, based on the definition I just gave, what makes an idea good? Anybody want to take a shot at that?
Solves a problem?
That's actually fantastic. It solves a problem, and it's something that people are actually going to use, right? Because there's a lot of things that solve problems, but nobody uses them. And you can use an example like when Betamax came out, nobody actually used it. VHS was used, right? And that's like marketing, right? We're gonna whiz right through this and then go right into real estate technology. What I want to talk to you about is brainstorming. Tell me, who in this room has ever come up with an idea, thought that if this thing was invented, it would make money or people would use it? Anybody in here an innovator? Excellent. And did you go forward with any of your ideas?
I got a patent pending.
You've gone further than a lot of people did.
I probably spent a lot more bad money than people.
You're the Telsa of the group. So here's the thing. What I found was a big challenge. I'm one of those guys who comes up with a new idea every single day, and then the next day I forget about it because I got a new idea. Right? There's a couple of ideas that do stick in my head. Unfortunately, iBidBroker was one of them. One thing I found that really was a big hurdle for me was discussing my idea with other people and actually brainstorming that idea and fleshing it out. And this is one thing that actually I think hurts a lot of people in moving forward. And the reason is they're afraid that somebody else is going to run with my idea and create it. People don't have time for that. People like to talk about it. They like to actually hear about what you're saying. They like to criticize it. But it's great. Listen to those things. And I think that's very, very important. One other thing I have up here is don't brainstorm knowing the answer. And I'm guilty of this, and I've overcome it. I used to go into discussions with people, and I would be on the defensive. I was like, "This is my idea. It's great, and this is if you're going to tell me something, I'm like, no, it's not that. You're wrong. This is the reason it's correct." And you can't do that because what you're doing is you're entering into a dialogue which actually is not going to have a positive result, because all you're doing is you're going into something knowing the answer, and you're listening to potentially really good ideas, and you're not going to actually get anything out of it because you've closed your ears to it. One thing I found is I did speak to other entrepreneurs, and that's actually kind of scary because you think entrepreneurs are the guys who are actually going to take your ideas and run with them. I don't think that's the case. You want to talk to entrepreneurs because these are people who have the ability they have the foresight into seeing where the problems might be in different with your business venture. They understand some of the issues that you will run into when you're starting up a business. And I've spoken to guys who, I did my MBA, and a lot of my friends work in multinational corporations, and I have other friends who actually are entrepreneurs. And I always found the guys who worked in corporations, they were the worst people to speak to because money is never an issue for them because they're used to making high-level decisions with an unlimited bank account. Okay, and when you speak to entrepreneurs, they actually are able to make decisions by thinking that you have a finite amount of cash, you have limited resources, and they can help guide you. So I really encourage people, if you do have an idea, like speak to other entrepreneurs or like-minded individuals.